Jaden Ivey. He's the top guard in this year's NBA draft class, and he spent his past 2 years at college at Purdue University, where in this past season, he turned himself into a top 5 pick. His game is dynamic. He's a freak athlete with the potential to become a superstar at the NBA level. So let's take a dive into what makes Jaden such a special prospect. Jaden Ivey's athleticism is the first attribute that pops off the screen when you watch him play. Jaden has top tier speed, insane bounce, and something that we'll get into a little bit later, the speed and the ferociousness that Jaden attacks defenses with is at times game breaking. In the half court, Jaden's explosiveness can be used in a few ways that I want to break down. Okay, this first highlight is going to really just show Jaden's insane stop to start burst. He's out top with about 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and he's dribbling as if he's getting ready to just settle for a jump shot. But within the course of a half second or so, maybe, he does a hesitation and bye-bye, he's gone to the rim. And while he didn't make this shot, this just displays how freaking quick this guy is. From being flat-footed to completely by his defender in the snap of a finger is incredible. And in the second one, it showcases this same ability, but in a pick and roll situation. And as you can see, it's crazy. For the love of sweet baby Jesus, please do not put your big and drop against that man unless he is a supreme defender, or it will end up like this. Straight downhill, into a throw over cross, into a layup that is so fast. There isn't all good with this style of play. As a young player, and in a sense, I think Jaden is still in the process of honing and harnessing his freak of nature athleticism, because at times he can get himself into trouble. He can be out of control and sprint his way into some not so good situations that end up with him on the ground, a block shot, or a turnover. That needs to be cleaned up, but that's something that I think will improve over time as he continues to mature. And I could just talk all day about how special Jaden's explosiveness is, but I think it'd be better just to show you some of the crazy, silly, stupid, incredible shit that this guy does. Enjoy it.
I'm crazy for this.
Spreading through, Ivey to the basket. Back, left it short. Boy, he liked it as it left his hand, but it was short. Now here comes Ivey. Oh, what a move! Jaden Ivey.
Has a good two hands. Oh, and it's Ivey. Watch out. Behind the back. Up and in. There he is. You're very fortunate when he doesn't make those open looks. Look at Ivey. We've seen this all week here.
You can't pick up the target.
There are opportunities to make a call like that.
Exploding off the bounce and gets to the rim for the hammer.
SS first. Ivey, beautiful pass to first. Ivey.
Building upon our last talking point, Jaden's ability to break down defenses with his sheer speed makes defenses really afraid of him, and he makes defenses pay with his vision. Simply put, his ability to get into the paint tilts the floor, and he knows this and takes advantage of it. And that's just in the half court. The start to stop from standing still is crazy, but in transition, oh my God. This young man can fly, but he keeps his head up and he knows where his guys are. He can also leverage his playmaking abilities into scoring opportunities for himself. But right now, let's take a look at some of Jaden's instances where he's creating for others. So this first one is off of a loose ball. Jaden receives the ball, and he's pushing the ball down the floor. And the entire time, he knows where his trailer is, and he draws the 2 defenders out, which pulls him towards the wing where he's at, and then he finds a twirling pitch back to his shooter for an open look in transition, and it's a wide open 3 that is money. This second clip is more of the manipulation game. Not too dissimilar from the last one, but this time he draws the ire of 3 Wisconsin defenders while running in transition, and it's an easy kick to the wing for a shooter filling the lane on the secondary break. And this third one, this was a hard choice, but this third one is really great. Coming off a pin down, Jaden is flying off of the screen. His trap is coming from St. Peter's. He splits it. Then he draws the last defender at the rim, and then he jumps in the air and drops a slick dump off to Trevion Williams for a lay-in. Now, like I said before, he at times can move way too fast and get himself in trouble with turnovers, charges. But buddy, the flashes of wizardry are tantalizing.
Ivey thought about the three, takes flight, out to Morton, splash!
3.5 to go at a 7-point Purdue advantage. Ivey rejects the screen, kicks back. First to three, got it!
Just made some money.
Wow.
Adding to this third building block, Jaden has showed himself to have that dog, that killer mentality, that ferociousness to go out on the floor and control and change the complexion of the game completely. There are more than a handful of times going back to watch Purdue games that Jaden, at the right time, will go into this mode and go on a run that completely changes the game, and it flips the momentum to his team's favor. These runs were supercharged. It kind of looked like Sonic at times. It looked crazy, and you sit back and watch these runs and just be like, wow, bro. Like, he really just did that to him. He really just went on a 7-0 run by himself. Or he went on a 10-0 run, pushing the pace, drawing defenders, and kicking out and making these insane passes. It's crazy, bro. And it will happen at the most opportune times, bro. Jaden's a gamer, bro. And I can keep talking about it, but I think I should just show you this one run that gave me the chills. So, watch this. It's insane. Enjoy it.
And Ivey able to track it down.
Kerwin Walton was too open. Look at his speed.
Ivey, Stefanovic. Oh, baby. Wow. Inside. And here's Ivey.
Here he comes.
Full head of steam. Taps and buried 80 rebounds. Ivey, Euro step off the glass.
Ivey just made some money.
Now, why would you draft Jaden Ivey? To me, it's simple. Jaden is a guard that has rare athleticism, one that can completely break a game open, and he has the potential to be an elite playmaker. He also has some other skills that I didn't highlight, like the fact that he can play off the ball and has shown the ability to catch and shoot at a decent level. He's also showed that he can defend a little bit, while I think his principles aren't all too sound, but he's only 20. He can learn how to be a great defender with his frame and athleticism. But when you have a foundation like he has, right? The thing about the melting pot, elite, insane athleticism with flashes of just insane wizardry-like passing, the ability to attack the rim, and a budding ability to be able to play off the ball and mix himself in with other guards if your team already has them. Jaden is the guy you look in the draft if you need a guard, you know what I'm saying? And for a player that has lived the game his entire life and is the son of a coach, he's a team player, and I'm confident that he's going to put it all together and continue to get better and be a force to reckon with in the NBA.